Chatters. I'm Nat.
And I'm Kat, and welcome to the CrimeChat. I am your forensic femme fatale. Natalie is your true crime addict connoisseur.
We're just two normal girls obsessed with dark crimes, evil minds, and occasionally the unknown.
Here's your disclaimer, chatters. Dun dun dun. The following crime chat contains very adult content and very descriptive situations with violent scenarios. So your listener discretion is super uber spirit Christmassy like advised.
You've been warned. And before we get into today's crime chat, Kat, what shenanigans have you been up to?
Well, we're almost at Christmas, and I finally got my decorations up. It's just been that kind of year. Like,
I know.
I was so optimistic when 2025 started. I was like, yes, this is going to be a better year.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, at this point in time, you just go with the flow. You set your expectations, though, you won't be disappointed.
Very true.
I'm being cynical. I'm joking. So got Christmas decorations up. Went on like a Christmas movie binge watching sesh.
That's psychotic.
Well, not all at the same time.
Okay. I'm just
And
saying,
it was
like, Christmas movies and Hallmark Channel, those are the things that scare me.
I don't do Hallmark. I used to. I don't do Hallmark anymore.
Those Hallmark people are like Disney people. Like they're scary.
It's a small world after all. Okay, to be fair, it probably took me 5 days between getting my tree out, decorating lights, 5 days at least.
And then cleaning up after you.
And then cleaning up, yeah. So while I was doing those things, I had Christmas movies on, like Christmas Vacation, of course.
Yes.
Did Christmas with the Cranks and Gremlins. I had Gremlins on. My husband came home from work one night and he's like, oh my God, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I was like, me either. So we started looking up, we started kind of, oh God, I want to say it was 1984, June 1984. Second one came out in it might have been 85. Second one came out in July of 1990. There's a third one coming.
Now?
In 2027.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? Growing up, it's funny how like our looks change from when we were kids.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, when that movie came out, I did resemble, but all my friends at school and my parents, they were like, you look identical to Phoebe Cates that movie.
Yeah.
So, and I have a picture of like me back then.
Yeah.
And you could see the resemblance. Like,
you got to share it.
I was younger, so my face was like rounder and like my hair was darker and like you can see it, but I'm like, oh, that's a compliment. I resemble her from that movie, not from what is the other movie where she's like the pinup?
Oh, I have no idea.
The high school movie.
I honestly, she was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
She was the girl getting out of the pool in the red bathing suit.
Oh gosh, it's been so long since I've actually seen that. I don't remember that.
The most famous scene ever from the 80s when the girl comes out in slow motion and she's like with her hair and stuff. That's her.
Yeah. I don't really remember that. I honestly, Phoebe Cates, Gremlins is the only thing that I remember her in. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with the cast, but Chris Columbus, who is the producer director, is coming back. Steven Spielberg's coming back, to help. Chris Columbus is going to direct, and Steven Spielberg is going to produce. So they're bringing back some of the original creators from it, but I haven't seen anything about the cast. So I don't know. It's like,
I'm sure it'll be good.
There's no original ideas anymore. We've talked about this.
No, but they're not trying.
Did you know Gremlins actually came from a World War I, World War II thing, when it was something that had to do with a machine? And if it wasn't working, we're like, the Gremlins are in it, the first quarter of the century. And that's where they got the name Gremlins from.
And there is reference to that. I can't believe
there is a reference to that. Yes. The WW2.
Yeah.
The older guy, the drunk.
Right. And he's like, there are gremlins in the machine or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. So that was, that's actually it. And then, of course, we watched our new tradition, Violent Night.
And that's a good movie. That's what's his name? From Stranger Things, right?
David Harbour.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's got John Leguizamo in it. Leguizamo. I don't know how to say his last name. Yeah.
Sorry, John.
Yeah. My bad. And then we watched Deck the Halls, which is another one of kind of our old phase.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much it. Oh, I've got some news.
Oh,
I have a website that you can go to, catadamswriter.com. It's my
yes.
new author website. I launched it this week. It's
Yes.
very empty. It's a shell right now, but I do have it linked to our podcast.
Yes.
And
Congratulations. That's
thank you.
exciting.
Thank you. I also submitted a short story to
Mhm.
a it's called The Deadlands, and it's a journal slash like magazine about that short stories, poems, very dark,
Yeah.
death related,
Uh-huh.
not supernatural. So no werewolves, no vampires, no none of that.
Uh-huh.
I submitted one of my stories to it this week also.
All right. Fingers crossed. When's the deadline like for
December
submissions?
31st.
Okay.
So it'll be a few weeks unless they just, read it and they're like, nope, and reject it right away. Oh no. Because I was thinking, I'm like, man, the one story that I did submit, I could have submitted a different story, but it's not as dark as this one. And it's just a very like dark psychological mind fuck.
I love it. Okay. Love it.
Anyways, that's about it. Other than just trying to stay warm, it was 19 degrees here last night.
I am
Oh,
so
it's gonna
jealous.
be. Alexa says it's 30 right now. It's gonna be 21 tonight.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
quite sure how to help you with that.
Oh, Alexa, shut up. Really?
Not quite sure how to help you with that.
I don't even say her name anymore. I'm like, just
Yeah.
her. And now we have the Alexa that spins when you say their name. Oh, I said the name. When you say their name,
Yes. Yes.
the monitor now spins and follows you around the room.
Oh, like see where you're coming. Yes, where you're coming from. That's creepy AF.
Yeah, and it was funny because my husband and I were having a conversation in the room, in the kitchen where it's
Yeah,
located, and
it's
I was
located.
speaking, and it turned to me, and then he
Yeah.
was speaking, and then it turned to him,
Oh my
and it would just
gosh.
go back and forth, and I'm like, "This is fucking freaky." It's listening.
It
Not that
is.
I'm that interesting, but I mean, well, then again, we are interesting because we were constantly researching murder, so it's
Death,
probably got us like
destruction,
on a list somewhere.
motives, opportunity.
Uh,
Trying to stay warm. So I have my jingle juice.
oh,
Can you see my glass?
I do.
It says
That's
jingle
adorable.
juice.
I love
So
it.
that's how I'm staying warm tonight. Husband's on shift. I gotta stay cozy. Biscuit will snuggle with me.
Aw.
What about you?
I have finished decorating the
Yeah.
best that I could. I know now, like, this is the last year with this tree. Like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I want one of those trees that kind of like just like expands, like pop up tree. You ever
Yeah.
see those? It's
Yeah.
completely decorated. You don't have to do anything, but
There's
I
some
did.
people that, because I just keep, like, I decorate it every year and take it down, but I keep it in the same box. But it's too big to fit in my attic, so it has to go in the guest room closet, like,
Mhm.
throughout the year.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we don't have too many guests. It's fine. So I was thinking that putting the ornaments up, taking all the ornaments down. Yeah, it's fun. Like last year, Scarlett was here
Yeah.
and it was her first time decorating a tree. So she got really into it. And I'm like, it was just
Mhm.
me this year. Chris sat there on the couch watching TV while I
Yeah.
did it. And that was the last thing I did, finishing putting all the ornaments on the tree, just because it's such a pain in the
Yeah.
butt. But do you have color lights or are you traditional white?
Now listen, okay? My Christmas has always been as cold and white as my heart, okay? So like it's always been frosty. Like
Well,
give
at
me
least
a
it's not a
winter
dark
Christmas.
heart. If it's a white heart, that's not as bad.
One
Unless
year
that
when I
means there's no blood flow.
no. When I first got married years ago, when Pier 1 was a thing,
Yeah, I love pure
they
wine.
used to have the most magical Christmas ornaments,
Yeah.
and I remember they did sequins, pink,
Yes.
everything. I
Yeah.
literally spent, like close to 2 grand.
You can there.
Oh, easy.
Easy.
Because one ornament was like $5, $7, and this was 25 years ago.
Yeah, it'd be like $30 an
I
ornament
know.
now.
Yeah. So I bought everything pink from the store. Every single freaking thing. I bought it.
Yeah.
You know something? When we moved to Florida, I
Mhm.
lost it. I
How'd you
don't know where
lose
it
it?
went. I think he threw it out.
Oh, it disappeared.
I
I
think
don't know. Do you
I
realize you
think
just threw away money?
I think it was a victim of my husband's who didn't like the color pink everywhere in the house. So, but whatever. But yeah, I usually like
That
the
doesn't
whites.
happen. I do too. I like whites. I just think
Yeah.
it's kind of classy. But my husband's a color guy. He grew up with color lights.
Mhm.
And so the tree that we have now has 8 settings,
Yeah.
and you can do just solid white, you could do solid color, or you can do like it where it flashes between one and the other, or
Yeah.
when where it's like a slowly increases to one and then down, either one or the other, like back and forth, or just white or just
Mhm.
color. So it's like a bunch of different settings. The only one we ever use are the first 2, the solid white, because I'm not a fan of the blinky lights when you're sitting in
Yeah.
the living room, and I mean, they're pretty, but like you're
Yeah.
sitting in the living room, the Christmas tree is like right there and it catches your eye. Like if it keeps like flashing and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
I don't
it's nice
know.
when
I
you're
prefer
when you're
solid.
young. It's nice to have that.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, like my Christmas tree has white lights. It's just a plain Christmas tree. And this year, because I know this is the last year for that particular Christmas tree, because I want like my snowy Christmas tree.
Yeah.
He decorated the Christmas tree, and he did add
Wonderful.
color because men love color. They
Yeah.
love like adding a splash. So he added the color. It's pretty. He did a good job.
Oh, good. Good job,
Um,
Vinny.
so yeah, we've been like doing the menu for Christmas Eve, which I'm gonna do a traditional Italian crab sauce that I haven't done in
Mm.
15 years. So that should be fun. Other than that, that's it.
Oh, we went okay, so the one thing I asked Chris to do were the Christmas lights outside
Hmm.
on the roof, because I
Yeah.
can't reach him,
Right.
even on a ladder, and even then, I would fall. He wouldn't let me get up there and do it anyways.
Hmm.
And then to put the tree topper on, because even with my step stool, it's still too tall, and I can't reach it.
Aw.
We learned this. So, last night, I did ask him if he could put the tree topper on.
Okay.
It's a heavy tree topper. It's like this rustic, it's like a vintage metal star. It's kind
Hmm.
of a earthy, not really a bronze color, but like a kind of earthy tone to it. Cause that's
Hmm.
kind of, I have somewhere between vintage and farmhouse with some beachy stuff in there, like cruise,
Nice.
like in turtles. So that's kind of like our theme, I guess you could say.
Hmm.
And I had he's like, "Well, it won't stay up there." You know, he kinda gets up there and it's crooked. I wish I would've taken a picture of it. It was crooked. He's like, "That's good enough, isn't it?" And I was like, "No, it's not." So that's fine. I'll fix it. Like, I'll
Oh boy.
get an extra step ladder or
Right.
something. Like, I'll get up there and I'll fix it. He's like, "No, I'll do it." But he did get it up there, and it looks great.
Oh, good.
So,
Yeah.
part of that too is because we've got, like, what is it called with the drop down, like, the drop ceiling?
Trey.
Like a tray ceiling, yeah, so where we have our tree in the corner, you have to pull it out some because it's so
Hmm.
tall and it gives just enough room for the star. He's like, "Well, just lean it up against, like, that part of the ceiling," and I'm like, "No." Next year, I'm gonna put the star on it first before I put the 'cause it's in 3 pieces, like, the tree itself is in 3 pieces. Before I put the top one on, I'm gonna secure the star to it, so
All right.
he won't have to worry about it. Anyway, so that's about it.
That's it. I am boring.
Is there a tradition that you don't miss doing? Whether it's a decoration or something that you did that you're like, "Oh my god, I'm so glad we don't do that anymore."
No, I honestly normally I enjoy decorating for
Yeah,
Christmas. This year
yeah,
was weird, but like normally I enjoy going all out and decorating every like inch. But yeah, I enjoy it all. I like it
yeah.
all.
The only thing I would say is tinsel. I don't miss tinsel.
Oh God, do they even sell that stuff anymore? Is it
I
like
bet they
that late?
do. I bet you can. When I said I
That
have a
late?
vintage style,
Yeah.
that's like okay, so Gremlins reminded me of it because it was done in the 80s, right? And you've
Yeah.
got oh god, I can't even remember his name. Like the dad was the one that bought Gizmo and that kind of thing, the Mogwai. But
Hmm.
the mom's like, "The amount of tinsel that we used to put on our trees?
Hmm.
Ridiculous."
You get a bunch of those bags and you just pull three out at a time and hang it up. That
No,
was
we would okay, so we'd take it out of the bag and, like but we would get a lot of them and, like,
mhm.
I'm not really saying, like, handful, but, like, a good grip and
Uh-huh.
just throw it
Oh God,
onto
tinsel
the
was
tree.
everywhere in your house. Oh my
It was
God.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I guess that was fun part about it, maybe as a kid or
Mhm.
whatever, but, like, later? I don't think as an adult I really used tinsel just because it's such a mess. Plus, we had like, I mean, we had dogs when I was growing up too, but they're really good about not getting into the
Hmm.
tinsel, I guess, kind of thing. But yeah, it just got everywhere. Even just the last 5 days when I've tried decorating my house, I swept my floors 3 times because of the amount of glitter.
Yeah.
It's just like everywhere. Well, you didn't tell me what you're doing your story on today. You just said it's about dismemberment.
I know. Nat, yeah, it's like here comes Nat again, like
That's okay.
with dismemberment. Like it's been a thing. Why is it always a thing with me? I am always talking about
Well,
I don't get it. So I kind of said to you, do whatever you want to do because I don't
yeah.
know.
You're like, I don't know, just
I
put
don't know.
something together. Well, before you
Yeah.
get into the gory dissections and
Yeah.
details, I thought I'd do a little bit of an intro, unusual, maybe some lesser known facts about dismemberment.
Oh, okay.
So, here first are the top 10 weirdest facts about dismemberment.
I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna say the top 10 fun facts about
Well,
dismemberment.
the fun facts are actually next.
Okay.
So,
All right.
okay, real like side note, really quick. When I was searching for it, I was like, "What are 10 funny things about
Oh
funny
God.
things about dismemberment?" And it kind of came back and goes, "Typically, dismemberment is not something of humor or something like
Yeah.
that." But
It should say, is this Cat Adams? Okay.
oh, it's you again. Yeah, thanks, Gemini. Okay, so number one weirdest fact is a rebirth. In numerous ancient myths, dismemberment is not merely about violence, but a powerful symbol of death and spiritual renewal. In the Greek myth
Mhm.
of Dionysus, the god is torn apart by the Titans, but his heart is saved and he is reborn, symbolizing the recurring nature of life and the changing seasons.
Mm.
Number two is punishment. Historically, dismemberment was sometimes used as what they call a mirror punishment, where the nature of the offense was reflected in the way the criminal's body was cut apart and displayed. The public nature of the execution was meant to be a clear message to the population. You ought not do bad things.
Yeah.
Number three, royal execution. In South Asia, for centuries, trained elephants were used for capital punishment. The methods varied, but sometimes involved the elephant dismembering the victim using sharp blades attached to its feet. Like, one, you get scooshed enough from an elephant. Two, they got blades on the feet.
Who thought that up?
I
Like,
have no idea.
that's crazy. Okay.
Number four, frozen bodies. Forensic
Mm.
analysis can often determine the condition of the flesh when it was cut. Cuts on frozen or semi frozen tissue tend to be cleaner and smoother, while cuts on thawed tissue often show tearing of muscle fibers, which can help narrow down potential tools used.
Yeah, that reminds me of Dexter season one.
Yeah. Number five, defensive mutilation. A majority of criminal dismemberment cases, around 69% in one study, are classified as quote unquote defensive mutilation. This is when the perpetrator attempts to conceal the body, hinder victim identification, or facilitate a disposal rather than for sadistic or ritualistic reasons. Number six, symbolic. In some indigenous cultures, initiation rituals for shamans or new community members involve a symbolic, not literal, dismemberment.
Mhm.
This process represents the dismantling to initiate the old person's identity to make way for the new role and the new spiritual self within its society. It's kind of peaceful, actually, if you think about it.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a literal dismemberment, but you're
It's
getting
true.
old, shedding the old
Right. Yeah.
and welcoming the new. It's a rebirth. That's what we're hoping for 2026. Okay, number seven, 850 pieces. Huh? In an extreme case investigated by the Krakow Department of Forensic Medicine, a perpetrator dismembered a corpse into approximately 850 fragments. They then boiled the pieces to reduce their volume and hid them in pots, which were walled under the stairs. And it's like a story we need to do.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah,
That's a crime chat this year. That
yeah.
love it. Okay.
So, Natalie, you're going to have to do like dismemberment segments now because it's just a thing.
It's a thing. I don't know how we got here, but we're here.
What is it? So you it just reminded me for whatever reason. You remember that conjunction junction? What's your function?
Yes.
Some kind of jingle along those lines. Dismember members.
Can you do it? Can you sing? You're the singer here, not me.
I don't know.
I
Oh,
could
I was
probably do
supposed to
something in
sing you
AI.
I was supposed to create you the 12 something of Christmas.
Oh, yes.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, it just reminded me. Okay, number 8, the head. The act of decapitation holds significant cultural weight across history because the head is universally symbolic of a person's social identity. Decapitation is considered a cultural practice and can represent an act of dehumanization or a public statement of power.
Mm.
Number 9, mental illness. While most cases are for disposal, dismemberment that is aggressive or offensive in style is often linked to perpetrators with significant mental health problems, such as schizophrenia or acute psychosis. Number 10, forensics. Despite the sensational nature of such crimes, there is a scarcity of uniform investigative protocols when dealing with dismemberment cases across the variety of forensic centers across the nation, even the world probably. The development of standardized methodologies remains an important area of ongoing forensic research. Now, dismemberment is inherently graphic and serious subject, particularly in forensics and historical contexts. However, there are some, we'll say, strange facts throughout history and culture. So here are 5 absurd and bizarre. I said funny. Gemini corrected me and said, no, absurd or bizarre facts about dismemberments. Okay, this one blew me. Number 1, Galileo's middle finger is on display.
Ooh, really?
Nearly a century after his death, when Galileo's body was being moved to a new tomb, 3 of his fingers, a tooth, and a vertebra were removed by admirers as relics. His middle finger is now on permanent display at the Museo Galileo in Florence, Italy, pointing upwards.
He's giving the middle finger
Yes.
to all his haters.
I
Yes.
thought that was amazing. I thought I was like, that is badass. Number 2, a philosopher created his own auto icon. The 18th century philosopher Jeremy Bentham requested in his will that his body be preserved as an auto icon after his death. His skeleton was stuffed and dressed in clothes, and his mummified head, which ended up looking rather grotesque, was placed at his feet. The figure, complete with a wax head replacement, is still displayed at University College in London.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, it was like when we went to Puerto Rico. Remember, I think I had told you we went into this cathedral, this church. It was a Catholic church, and they had a guy in there on display. It was his mummified body. Like,
Yes,
I think it was like 16th century or something. He was a young kid too. But Ponce de Leon is also buried in that same church. So they had like this kind of looked like what was it, paper mache?
mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. It was a little bit better than that. Maybe it was wax. But the outside shell, it had its mouth open, and
Yeah.
you could see inside of its mouth, and you could see the mummified remains, like inside, like his skull and stuff. So cool. Okay, number 3. A king's heart was eaten, maybe, by an academic. The dried mummified heart, believed to be that of King Louis XIV of France, was supposedly owned by a British academic and culinary daredevil named William Buckland in the 1800s. Buckland was known for eating unusual things and reportedly swallowed the heart during a dinner party, exclaiming, quote, "I have eaten many strange things, but I have never eaten the heart of a king before." End
That's sick.
quote.
That is sick.
Yeah.
Brain rot. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Number 4, the splat stick movie genre. In the world of fiction and film, the over the top excessive gore and dismemberment in some horror movies are so exaggerated that they become comedic. Where I'm just thinking, like, what were we watching? Yeah, it was Gremlins. My husband's like, this was supposed to be scary, and you look back at it and you're like, it's kind of funny, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, this niche genre of physical comedy involving graphic mutilation has been dubbed as splatstick, and I'd never heard of that before.
I never heard of it either.
And the last absurd or bizarre fact about dismemberments. Number 5, an outlaw's corpse was a movie prop. You remember we talked about this?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. The mummified body of Elmer McCurdy, an outlaw that was killed in a 1911 shootout, had a bizarre journey. His corpse was preserved and exhibited in various carnivals, sideshows for decades. And then in 1976, during the filming of an episode of The $6 Million Man, at an amusement park funhouse, a crew member who was moving the prop found the arm. Like, remember, like the arm came out, and it was
Mhm.
revealed that there was a human corpse inside.
Oh my God.
So I hope these weird, unusual, absurd, and bizarre fun facts of dismemberment help you for your story today.
That was
Sorry if
good.
it was too fun.
No, that was good. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Because yeah, it's a scary, dark,
Oh, no.
grotesque subject. So it's funny though how through history, like how, like you said, like how symbolic something like this
Yeah.
can be,
Yeah.
and how it could be referenced and romanticized in many ways. It's just
Mhm.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh my God. Well, are you ready for my story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Born
Well,
ready.
all
I got my
right, good.
jingle juice.
Okay.
Get
You're
your
gonna need
jingle
it.
juice.
You're
Get
gonna
your
need
jingle
it.
juice, chatters.
This is a rough one. All right. Well, some stories don't just chill your blood. They punch
Mm,
you in the gut and they stay there. This is one of those stories. In 1978, a 15-year-old girl stuck out her thumb on the California highway hoping to catch a ride. Instead, she caught a nightmare. Her name is Mary Vincent. His name is Lawrence Singleton. And what happened between them is almost too brutal to believe, except she lived through it and she lived to tell about it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Christmas miracle.
Yeah. This is the story of the Mad Chopper. That's his nickname. That's his alias. That's his moniker.
Did he choose his moniker himself? Like,
No.
it was like probably in the news first, and then they're like, "Oh, he's a mad chopper."
Yeah. You know how newspapers are. They're
No,
just
I
like
know.
that.
They do a good job sometimes making up these
Yeah.
names, and they stick.
Like the Black Dahlia.
Yeah, yeah.
So Lawrence Bernard Singleton grew up in the Tampa Bay area. Unfortunately, no verified official records or reliable public sources document like the names of his parents, whether he had siblings, what his early life was like, what school he went to, if he graduated, if he was
Mm,
struggling academically. Like, we don't know if he had childhood abuse, any type
yeah.
of trauma, behavioral problems. We just don't know. Now, what we do know is that he grew up in Tampa.
Okay.
Okay. And he lived most of his life there. Researchers say that this is normal. Historical records of many violent offenders may have been sealed when they were a kid if they got in trouble and they were a
Yeah.
juvie. So
Yeah.
that's probably why we don't have a lot of this information.
Makes sense. Mhm.
So at age 17 years old, he joined the Merchant Marine, spending much of his time his young adulthood at sea. He drank a lot.
Mm,
He was unstable. He was just unstable. By the 1950s, at age 23, he was drafted into the US Army and he served 2 years during the Korean War. Now, in his early 20s, Singleton married for the first time. The marriage lasted 14 years and
okay.
produced two daughters. Once again, don't know the names of these people, but
And
we
they could have been
know,
protected if.
yes. What we do know is that he drank a lot. He was a raging alcoholic and he had a bad
Mm,
temper.
mm,
He was known for his violent outbursts towards his wife and his children, and eventually the marriage fell apart and they got divorced. He did try to get married again, so he did have a second marriage, but once again, alcoholism and his anger
mhm.
burned the whole thing down, and here comes divorce number two. So, by his early 50s, Singleton was a loner. He was bitter. He was an alcoholic man. He was also a 50-year-old drifter, no real roots, and he basically was a nomad. You know,
Okay.
he just
Sure.
got in his car and he just like kind of like
Yeah.
traveled wherever he wanted to go. And in late September 1978, he was wandering in his creepy little blue van through California. Now, on September 29th, 1978, 15-year-old Mary Vincent was hitchhiking through California.
You could do it
Mhm.
in those days. I mean, you can do it now technically, but
I think we know better now, though, but I'm sure it goes on.
you ought not do that.
Yeah. Mary Ann Vincent was just a kid trying to piece her life back together. She grew up in a big family where things weren't always stable. Home wasn't peaceful, and by the fall of 1978, the tensions had reached a breaking point. Mary ran away, not because she wanted adventure, but because she needed space, clarity, and a chance to breathe.
Mhm.
She wanted to get to Las Vegas to reset her life. She had no idea what this decision was going to cost her.
Ah, yeah.
During this time, hitchhiking was still something that people did, and they considered it
Mhm.
mostly safe. Mostly.
Hmm.
Love that. Even though every woman that
It's
did it
cle
kind of knew.
What's his name? Keith, from Dateline just comes to mind. Seemed
Mostly
like a
peaceful.
mostly
Oh,
peaceful until it wasn't.
I can't believe you actually said that because that's exactly what I was thinking. I was
Was it
like,
really?
yes. But people
Oh.
still do it to like anchors still, oh, the mostly peaceful. I'm like, what does that
Until it
mean?
wasn't.
Until it wasn't.
He's just a normal guy. Until he wasn't. They had a normal marriage. Until it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. So Mary basically was trying to get to Las Vegas because she felt
Yeah.
like this was, you know, her only way to start a new life, and it was her only way to get there too. Hitchhiking.
Yeah.
She didn't have a
Yeah.
job or a ride there. While she was hitchhiking, a blue van pulled over. Inside was 51-year-old Lawrence Singleton. He looked like some cranky dad who would lecture you about curfews. He said he had a daughter Mary's age. He said, like he was very unassuming for her. Like to her,
Like the
he
Wheeler
looked like,
dad?
yeah, like to her, he just looked like a
That's what I'm
cranky
picturing.
old, right, dad that's gonna probably tell her you shouldn't be hitchhiking, young lady.
Yeah.
And then like I guess
Yeah.
I could see where she felt like it was safe because in her, and he said, he goes, I'll help you get to where you need to go. You just got to get off the road. This is dangerous. Like he
Okay.
probably, and she's 15.
Yeah.
It's like an authority figure. So she just
Yeah.
went along with it. Mary got in, and this would be the worst decision of her life.
Yeah.
Singleton started acting strange immediately. At one point, Mary sneezed, and on the pretense of checking on her, like reaching for her forehead to check her temperature, he reached and grabbed her boob.
Oh my god.
I know. And it was,
Like a
you know,
smooth. Yeah, I'm picturing Grease in the car. We're in
yes.
that third drive-in movie.
Yeah, it's a
Daddy.
guy move, like you slam on the
Yeah.
brakes and whoa, whoa, and then you kind of, yeah.
Oh
Anyway, so
jeez.
she pulled away right away. She felt really uncomfortable, but he said, he goes, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was just trying to like see if you were burning up or whatever." And she
My
kind of
boobs are or my eyes are up here. My head's up here.
yeah. Exactly. After a few hours on the road, Mary fell asleep. What? I guess she's 15. She's oblivious to what could possibly happen to her.
Sure.
I would not fall asleep in the situation, but she fell asleep. When she woke up, the van was heading in the wrong direction. Mary demanded he stop. Singleton put on the performance of his life. He apologized, acting embarrassed, claiming that he just made a wrong turn. It was an honest mistake from an old guy. I'm turning around now. And Mary trying to believe that, trying to see the best in people, she
As
stayed in the
you
van.
do when you're 15,
Yeah. She's
you
like, all
know.
right, honest mistake. And she stayed in the van. A while later, as they drove down the road, they reached like a remote road called Del Puerto Canyon. Singleton said he needed a bathroom break and couldn't wait to the next stop. He pulled over in a desolate area with no traffic, no homes,
Mm,
no nothing.
mm,
They stopped and they got out of the blue van to kind of stretch their legs. Mary got out. She actually bent over to tie her shoe and kind of stretch her back out a little bit.
mhm.
And this is when Singleton smashed her in the back of the head with a sledgehammer.
Holy shit. And
I
it
know.
didn't kill her.
Listen, you're going to find that Mary is one tough cookie.
Oh, Mary.
God was protecting her.
Yeah.
Something, some force here was
Yeah.
giving her strength. Because normally, anybody gets hit in the head with a sledgehammer, it's lights out or
Mhm.
you're dead or your
Mhm.
skull is cracked or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
It's giving me the woman in the box story that you did vibes.
Oh, another story with yeah. And why do you
Yeah.
come up with
This
this girl?
Are you okay?
Well, I gotta do
Ellie, are
something
you
lighter next
okay?
time. Next time is gonna be all puppies and kittens, and don't worry about it. Okay.
Do a movie versus reality.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that. She collapsed,
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
conscious and dazed. Singleton turned her over, bound her hands, and forced her to perform oral sex on him.
Mm.
and then shoved her in the back of the van. He drove her deeper into the canyon, a place where no one would hear her scream. All night, he raped her, he beat her, he tortured her.
Mm,
She begged him to let her go.
yeah.
To shut her up, he would pour alcohol down her throat,
Mm.
and enough to a point where she passed out. She was so drunk.
Well, she might have been like, just give it to me, like let me black out or let me
Yeah.
go. Like at that point, I can't
Mhm.
imagine.
When Mary came to, Singleton was untying her hands, and for a split second, she thought that he was going to let her go. He looked at her and said, "You want to be free? I'll set you free." And then he picked up a hatchet, chopped off her left arm
Oh.
from the elbow down, one slice, boom. Mary, in shock, she was conscious. She never passed out. She felt everything.
Oh, jeez.
Now, he went to cut off her right arm. She reached
Mm-hmm.
for his wrist and grabbed a hold of his wrist right before the hatchet came down on her right arm
The
below
right.
the elbow.
Yeah.
And I guess because of the muscles that were in like flex that were wrapped around his, like the finger muscles that were wrapped around his hand or his wrist,
Yeah.
after the arm was amputated, it held on. He couldn't get it off his hand. So he was like freaking out because her disembodied hand
Oh, so he
was,
did cut it.
he
He
cut it
was able to
off.
cut it off. She tried to stop him and grab him, but because it was clenched at the time,
Mm-hmm.
it just held on.
It held
Oh my
on. I
God.
know. This freaked him out.
Oh, Jesus.
So he started shaking and he flung it off. Now, Mary at this point went limp. She's in shock. She's having major
Sure.
blood loss.
Yeah.
And believing that she's almost dead, Singleton dragged her to the side of the road and threw her off a 30-foot embankment near there was like a small bridge where they were
Yeah.
parked,
Yeah.
expecting her body to disappear beneath in the bush. But you
Sure.
know what? When he was looking down, he could visibly see her. So
Okay.
it wasn't a straight drop, 30-foot drop. It was an embankment, so she kind of rolled down the hill 30 feet. But she didn't go, her body did not go into the bush, so she was
Didn't
still visible.
continue rolling
Right.
down like, yeah. He's like, oh, fuck.
So he made his way down there because he needed
Sure.
to kind of hide the body. Right by the bridge, there was like this drainage culvert, like near the foot of the bridge, like almost like a little sewer dome, like those
Okay.
little,
Yep.
like where the foot of the bridge, you kind of have those little like weird sewer outlets. Like, what do they
Yeah.
call that? They have
I
it
know
in
what you mean.
Florida.
There's a term.
Yeah,
There's a term for it.
there is. It's like right in front of the house. It's like where water can flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he thought she was dead already. So he kind of just shoved her body inside of that
Yeah.
and walked away. Mary Vincent was not dead.
Mm,
With no
girl.
arms, bleeding out, and barely conscious, she did the unthinkable. She started crawling out of
Mm-hmm.
the hole that he threw her in, and she took her arm stumps and she rubbed it in dirt.
Sorry.
I
When
know
you
it
said that,
sounds yeah. I don't know what else. I don't know how else to say it, but that she took the arm stumps. Now remember, it's
her
from the
severed
elbow,
arms.
her severed arms, and she started rubbing them in the dirt, in the
To
ground,
sure
to
to make
kind of
him
block the
clot.
blood and clot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh my God, it's
jeez.
so
Oh my
crazy.
God.
It's crazy. I know. And it did work. It stopped the bleeding somewhat. It
Okay.
kind of stopped. It really
I
did
would say it
stop.
would slow it down. Yeah.
Slow it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she stood up and she climbed out of that ravine with no hands.
Mm.
And she staggered down for 3 miles down the road,
Mm-hmm.
holding her arms above her head,
Okay. Blood flow. Okay.
while smart little cookie.
Very smart. Yeah.
A passing car saw her and like sped off in horror, like
Oh,
they
oh,
didn't know
yeah. I mean, but yeah. Like,
and she's naked.
yes. Oh, God.
Naked, bloody, no arms. I don't
They
know what
probably
I would
think they're
do.
seeing like a ghost or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's a pretty horrific sight.
like probably like I don't think I just saw what I think I saw.
Right.
Like I'm hallucinating. It's it's late. It's nighttime. I need to get home. Like,
I don't know if I would drive off though. I'm not saying that everybody should feel comfortable stopping at something like that, but at
yeah.
least call the police. I mean, just scream out, say, "I'm calling the police" or something.
Well, now with cell phones, I mean, then of course they'd have to go to a payphone
Yeah,
probably or find
that's
like a
true.
convenience store or something like that, get off at the next
70s.
exit. But
This is
now,
70s.
yeah.
Well, back then, the 70s, we didn't have cell phones, but you know what? They did, but the cell phone was like the size of like a laptop. It was like, hello.
Right.
With the big antenna, like,
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's the size of your dashboard.
I know. So finally, a couple on vacation stopped and they wrapped her in a towel and they raced to get her help.
Yeah.
At the hospital, Mary refused pain medication so she can stay awake long enough to give the police a perfect description of her attacker. God,
Good for you.
I mean,
Good
I mean,
girl.
somebody,
Yeah.
yes, somebody is helping this girl emotion, like just spiritually at this point.
I mean, her
Um,
name is Mary.
I didn't make that connection before. It's true. That's true.
Mm,
Okay. Well, her sketch was so accurate that everybody knew exactly who she was pointing at. They knew Singleton.
really?
Yes. I guess he was roaming the area for some time, like
Mm-hmm.
roaming around, I guess.
Like
And
reported as a creeper
yeah, and
kind of thing. Yeah.
they found him almost
Wow.
immediately. So now when investigators first sat with Larry Singleton, they asked him like, what happened that night?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't confess the truth. Of course he didn't.
No.
He didn't admit to the hatchet. He didn't mention the canyon, and he certainly didn't admit to leaving a 15-year-old girl chopped up to die in a
Yeah.
ravine.
Yeah.
Instead, he spun a news story, a pathetic one. He said that Mary was the aggressor. He said, yes, according to him, a 15-year-old girl
Attacked a grown
threatened
ass
him.
man.
He's a grown ass man, twice her size. Yeah. And that's his story. He
Ugh.
told authorities that he picked Mary up because she seemed like a nice girl. But then, in his version, she suddenly became violent. He said she tried to rob him and he was forced to defend himself. He
Mm.
insisted that the two of them had argued and that he conveniently blacked out during the argument.
Mhm.
He claimed that he couldn't remember anything after that. He doesn't remember a hatchet. He doesn't remember any type of assault. No, he didn't kidnap anybody. He just had amnesia and excuses.
So there was no
So,
like, but I mean, it wasn't like she struck him to knock him out, or it was, did he give an excuse of like a reason why he blacked out? Uh,
no, he just
Trauma?
said he blacked. Yeah, he just said he blacked out.
Okay.
I mean, maybe he said he was drinking and he
Okay.
blacked out. But then again, he can't because he was driving. So I don't. I think he
Yeah.
was just spinning a story and hoping that something was going to stick.
Yeah.
Nobody believed the story, not from the get-go. He even told the police that when he woke up from his so-called blackout that Mary was gone. He had nothing to do with her disappearance, injuries, and he insisted that this was, she was the aggressor and that he was the victim.
Mm,
Now, investigators, of course, did not buy it,
good.
obviously, with the evidence against them. My God. So,
Yeah. They probably did like a complete physical examination after treating her arms, but like if she said he raped me and all they're gonna look for that kind of physical evidence even then.
yeah,
Even back
yeah,
then, they might not have like the DNA, kind of thing, but they're still gonna do a physical exam and look for
yeah.
vaginal trauma, semen, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So now Lawrence Bernard Singleton was brought to trial in March 1979 in California for the brutal assault of 15-year-old Mary Vincent. The case was heard in Superior Court of California.
Mm.
Mary Vincent, still only a teenager and still recovering from her injuries, was flown in to testify. This courtroom was not quiet. Like it was filled with people angry, horrified, and
Yeah.
desperate for justice after
Yeah.
learning the details of what happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
From the moment the trial began, Singleton's legal team tried to paint a wildly different picture of the pile of evidence, physical evidence, in
Mm-hmm.
front of the jury. Singleton claimed that Mary had attacked him, that he had been the victim of a robbery attempt, that he had blacked out and he could not recall what happened next. However, when Mary rose to testify, she did not crumble. She didn't beg for sympathy. She spoke
Mm-hmm.
clearly and painfully about the night that nearly ended her life, about being attacked, bound, assaulted, mutilated, and left to die. She described being dumped in a drainage ditch, bleeding out, and fighting for her way back to life. In the courtroom, she pointed with her prosthetic arms directly at Singleton and told the jury that he had done this to her.
Mm-hmm.
That must have been a very powerful moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, to watch this. Oh my
Hmm.
goodness.
Yeah. The jury didn't deliberate long. The evidence, Mary's testimony, the physical injuries, and the details of the crime spoke for themselves. Singleton was found guilty on multiple counts, including kidnapping, rape, attempted murder, mayhem, and sexual assault. Now, this is from this point, you're going to start getting angry because I got angry. Okay. Yeah. There's something here that is very, very, very wrong. What happens next can only happen in California. In 1979, the law in California simply didn't allow judges to stack multiple life terms in the way that they do today.
Okay.
The maximum sentence Singleton could receive under the statute at the time was 14 years in prison, and that's exactly what the judge gave him. At sentencing, the judge admitted that if he had greater authority, he would send him to prison for the rest of his natural life. But he couldn't under the law as it stood. So this pissed off nobody even expected this fastball to come. They thought that he was going away. That nobody would ever have to worry about him walking the streets again. But no, they didn't have anything for this level, which is shocking because California has a lot of people. You think they would be prepared for this level of mayhem and just brutality.
He should have got his arms cut off.
Yeah, an eye for an eye. Oh my God. However, when they handcuffed him and walked him out of the room, he actually walked past Mary. And he whispered to Mary, "I'll finish this job if it takes me the rest of my life."
Okay.
That's icky because now he knows he's getting out.
Yeah.
But wait, California isn't done. They added some salt to Mary's wounds.
Yeah.
Singleton's behavior in prison, folding laundry, helping in class, staying out of trouble, earned him early release.
Oh,
jeez. And after serving 8 years, this man walked free.
Thank God the minimum sentencing is much more stringent.
Today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, wait, it gets better. So that decision sparked fury in the public. Communities in California refused to accept him as a resident. Thank God. Good for them.
Yeah.
Protesting his presence and forced authorities to shelter him in a trailer on the grounds of the San Quentin State Prison until his parole date. So there was, I guess, a time once he realized he was getting out, I guess there was a couple of months there where they could release him and he's got to meet his parole officer, set up. They were like, no, we don't want him he's going to have to still live there because we don't want him in the community. And the community.
What is that? Like a halfway home or something like that, right?
Yes,
but they go to, yeah.
And they didn't want any part of it. So, and they got their way. The prison said, okay, no problem. We'll set up something here for him until this is all situated. At this time, Mary had prosthetics installed to replace her missing hands. And she had also received extensive therapy to help with the trauma of what happened.
Sure.
And she was able to get married and she had 2 sons.
This girl Mary.
Is amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
She's living a beautiful life right now. Thank God she's so strong.
Yeah.
But still, what happens next, it just gets wilder. When Singleton was released, she lived in constant fear that he would come after her again. And a lot of those old traumas resurfaced, and she never felt truly safe in her home.
And even if it's the psychological trauma, just to make somebody think that you are, whether you intend to or not, is enough. I mean, that's terrifying in itself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Psychological warfare is what they did to her.
Yes.
After leaving the prison grounds, Singleton was rejected by the community after community.
Good.
Nobody wanted him to live nearby, and who can blame them? One town even set off a firebomb near his home. To send a message get the hell out. I don't condone that.
Yeah.
But this is how people felt with him being able to live near them. They were just no.
Wow.
They'd rather burn down the house that he was temporarily in.
They got word that he lived there. They found out where he lived and tried to make him leave.
Yeah, they must have been crime sleuths on this in the neighborhoods. Putting out the word and stuff. And back then, we didn't have Facebook. So this was legit word of mouth.
Were there registered sex offenders then? Did he have to register? Do you know?
No, I don't think that was a thing back then, 1979.
Yeah.
When did the sex registry come?
When did the sex registry become a requirement nationwide?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yeah.
1994.
Okay. National.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
way before that.
Wait, yeah, I didn't think so, but like it just seems like they would, how would they know?
I know.
You know?
I guess word of mouth, people were like just keeping a it was such a wild, grotesque incident that people
Yeah.
probably, you know, yeah,
Fuck this
they were
guy.
plugged in. They were plugged into this.
Yeah.
So eventually he moved back to Tampa, Florida, because
Mm,
I mean,
why not?
seriously, why not? Neighbors described him as friendly because they did not know who he was.
Oh,
Like,
sure. That's, I mean, it's
oh.
the other side of the country.
Behind closed doors, he drank heavily.
Mm-hmm.
He was battling depression. He was on prescribed medication like paradoxin is,
Mm-hmm.
and this is an SSRI, and this was given to him after a suicide attempt. Like his life was unraveling.
So is that an
And
antidepressant?
yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, like once all this started happening and things weren't going his way, even in Florida, then he snapped again.
Mm.
On February 19th, 1997, at 3:30 p.m., neighbors saw Singleton bring home a woman. Her name, Roxanne Hayes, 31-year-old mother of three, and also a prostitute. Later that day, two painters, Paul Hudson and his uncle, arrived to work on Singleton's house.
Okay.
They walked into a nightmare.
Oh,
So
jeez.
what happened was they heard moaning outside the door
Okay.
and they just walked in. The door was unlocked. They walked in thinking that something was wrong with him. They didn't know. I mean, it is Florida. There are a lot
Mm-hmm.
of elderly people. So, people sometimes, if somebody's in trouble, they may say, "Hey, are you okay? What's going on in there?" And they
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
poked in. They also heard a woman crying for help.
Oh.
Yeah. When they were like creeping in, or, at that point, they opened the door and they
And
walked
she
into the
probably
house.
heard the door open
Maybe.
and
Yep.
started crying for help. And yeah, okay.
They saw Singleton naked, straddling Roxanne, and they stated that his eyes were glazed over, like almost like he was in this weird, like his eyes were fully dilated.
Oh, like
And his,
some kind of trance?
yeah, and
Like,
his body was covered in blood. Like, this
oh,
is what they walked into.
yeah.
At that point, she was alive, but they were so freaked out at what they saw, they did not intervene and they
What?
fled the house. They left the house
Well, I mean,
to call the
okay.
police.
I could at least they called the police. Like,
I don't
hopefully.
agree with this. They're grown men. They're
Yeah.
two grown men. And
Yeah.
there is an elderly man attacking a young lady. What the fuck? You don't
Yeah.
have to get hurt. You can take a chair and knock him off of her.
Yeah.
He's not exactly you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
think
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
she could be alive right now.
I
Anyway,
guess she's
so
not. Never
no.
mind.
Anyway, yeah.
Mm.
So at
Meh.
at 6:23 p.m., the officers finally arrived.
3 hours, almost 3 hours later.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's horrible. It's
Okay.
horrible. Why didn't they intervene? I don't think I could I don't think I can walk into somebody's house, visually see something, a person in
Sure.
trouble like that, and then walk out saying I like call the police and wait 3 hours.
3 hours is a long ass time, unless the
What?
police were like, had him come into the department and they interviewed him, get all the details before going to the house. Like, that's the only thing reason I can see where
No,
it
but
would take 3 hours.
but that if there's an active crime being committed, if
Right.
a girl's life is literally in this second in trouble, there are no
Unless
questions.
they
The
waited to
police,
call police. Did they wait?
I
Was there a
don't know.
delay?
It doesn't say,
Okay. That's
but like,
another okay. If they didn't call and, they
right?
stewed on it for a couple hours, I mean, that's like fucked up. But
It's just a bunch of bad
yeah.
decisions here. Like, what the fuck? I don't
Mm.
know.
Golly.
Anyway, so he opened the door. He was shirtless. There was a big cut on his chest. And he claimed, "Oh my God, I hurt myself cutting turnips." Like, such a weird thing to say.
I pruned my chest.
Who the hell cooks with turnips? I mean, seriously, have you ever cooked a turnip?
No, no. Uh-uh.
No. I mean, I've never tried it. I've had them. I heard they're very difficult to cook. So anyway, back to the
I've
story.
never had a turnip, actually. I'm just thinking in a
It's like
garden. I thought you meant like chopping turnips, like pruning, like you're pruning or
no.
something. That's what I pictured. I was like, oh, the shears.
Chopping
Got like prune,
turnips.
prune, prune. Psh.
I don't know. I've had them. They taste like mashed potatoes. I've had them
Oh,
mashed.
do they? Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
It's-
even know. Interesting. Yeah.
So police spotted a woman's foot behind the door and they pushed in and
Mm.
found Roxanne's lifeless body, stabbed 7 times with wounds to her heart, liver, and her face.
Oh,
Singleton was arrested on the spot. Again,
yeah.
during his murder trial, Mary Vincent flew to Tampa to face him once more.
Good for you,
Yeah, she held up her
Mary.
prosthetic hands and told the courtroom, I was raped, my hands were cut off, and he left me to die.
Mm.
Enough said. Mic drop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Singleton was sentenced to death because Florida is the FAFO state. We ain't giving you a second chance. Oh, hell no. And
No?
I'm sure once Florida realized who he was and how he
Right.
fell through the cracks.
Once they figured out the story in California, and I mean, they probably found out before then, which is probably why prosecutors asked Mary to come out and testify in trial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. However, he never made it to execution. In 2001, at the age of 71, he died from cancer in prison, and good riddance.
Yeah.
Singleton's crimes led to the California changing its laws, and they created the Singleton Bill,
Why
which
is it named after
allows.
him?
I know.
What the
I
fuck?
know. I know. They should have named it like the Vincent Bill, the Mary Vincent, or the Mary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But this allows tougher sentences for crimes involving torture. So in a
Bad
case like
choices.
this, they could be charged with murder, but
Mm.
if you torture, like the judge can tack on an extra life sentence or
Additional.
something.
Yeah. Good. That's how it should be. Yeah. Yeah.
Just knowing that the whole time, like everything, like Roxanne, her whole story here is preventable from California down to these 2 dudes that walked in the house. She could have been saved.
Right.
She wasn't.
She could have never met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary Vincent trained herself to draw with her prosthetic hands, and she
Ah,
became an accomplished artist.
no way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look
She
that up.
advocates for rights of victims of violent crimes as well.
Mm-hmm.
She still suffers from nightmares, and of course she does. I mean, who wouldn't? I'm gonna have a nightmare tonight just telling you the story.
Jeez, yeah.
But she no longer fears Larry Singleton. The monster is gone. And
Yes.
I hope you rot in hell.
Oh, I see her. I see her hands.
Yeah.
Or her prosthetic. Bless her. Oh, she's beautiful.
Isn't she? Something, I'm telling you, something spiritual happened here with her. Because there's.
Did you see the Instagram, I'm assuming, drawing that she did? It's got a guy with the bloody hands and he's like licking his fingers.
Oh, could you send that to me?
Sure.
Oh.
Creepy AF.
Wow. Oh, God. To even think that that's probably what she saw. Oh my God.
That's exactly, yes. And it could be part of her therapy and like it coming to is the artwork is an outlet, and maybe she was encouraged to express things in her artwork like this.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh
God
my
bless
God.
her.
Yeah. But she's an amazing artist. Looking at some of her stuff. Wow.
So that is my story.
Wow.
Another dismemberment to add to my library.
Oh my God. So when he died in 2001 in Florida, I'm assuming, in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that's known? I mean, honestly, his first, second wife and children, like,
Nope.
why would you want to be associated with that? But there's no,
Mm-mm.
yeah. I'm just also thinking, like, was it Dennis Rader's daughter that came out and made a book, like, living with the BTK,
Yes.
kind of thing, and like not knowing it? But it didn't appear he was involved in his children's lives anyways at this.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they were married for 14 years, so the children knew him.
Right.
He may
But I
not
mean,
have been an active dad or a present dad, but like
yeah.
there could have been, I mean, there was major abuse.
Yeah,
between-
yeah. Yeah.
so,
Well, there's also trauma
Yeah.
bonding, which is a thing.
I hope everybody is past him. I really do. What a monster.
Larry doesn't deserve a bill named after him that's good for victims.
Yeah. But
Ridiculous.
yeah, like California probably should have named it the Mary Vincent.
Right? Like, or even something other than his fucking name.
I know.
But my goodness, Mary, what an inspiration you are. And it looks like you said she does some advocates for victims rights and everything. So fantastic. Talk about a story. What a story and an inspiration to other women who have been put in a very violent and unprovoked situations.
Yeah.
So don't hitchhike, chatters.
No,
Don't
absolutely
hitchhike.
not. Well, we wouldn't dream of leaving you hanging. For more chilling details and twists in this case and many others, check out After That Crime Chat, available exclusively on our Patreon, which we will be putting also the picture.
Yeah.
Painting. Kat
Yeah.
just sent me this and chills down my spine. Holy
Yeah.
crap. Okay.
Well, don't forget to follow us on our socials. Crime Chat with Nat and Kat on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, and Rumble. See what we got going on.
Want more chilling content and behind the scenes chaos?
Pretty chilling.
Yeah, become a VIP chatter to our Patreon. You'll unlock bonus episodes, bloopers, exclusive sneak peeks, and even free merch. And yes, we've got some criminal goodies in the works. So support the show, fuel your obsession with the weird and the wicked, and join the Crime Chat Chatter crew in style.
Yeah, and be sure to check out our next episode. So it's my story. And the one that I was planning to do got trumped by a chatter request. So, yeah. Yeah, you're going to want to hear that one. It's it's fresh.
It's fresh.
It's fresh in the news, something that has happened within the last 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss it. Do not want to miss it.
Yeah, we'll see you at the next Crime Chat Chatters. And Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Happy New Year's!
Yes!
Bye!
Bye!